Hello. Yes, it's a 4v4. It's a slightly different kind of game. We this team finally got promoted to 4v4 Platinum. We were in gold for heaven knows how long. And well, I hadn't done a video in a while, and I thought it's about time I did. This is a game where I appear in, not that I feature in. I'm going to keep it to my team's vision for the beginning, just so that you see things. This is saying, can I have an overlord down here, please? Because this place get cannon rushed. No, okay. So last game, Meeson and Claire were fighting against about getting particular expansions, and there was a scout watching them attack each other's drones so that they could get their hatches. And Thomas TNR was getting quite annoyed. Guys, could one of you actually expand? Okay, so what we see here is we see proxy 2 gate, and Claire goes, that's alright, I got this, no problem. And so she decides to expand rather than put down the spawning pool. Yeah, she says she's got it in hand. Yeah. But at this point she goes, maybe I don't got it, because now only one drone at a time can actually attack that pylon, and that pylon's powering 3 gates, and that zealot is going to be out in no time, and there's still no pool. But, that's just one small problem. Until you start to scout that they're all doing it. Now, I had started to kind of semi-wall off. I know there was no Zerg, but it gives us vision, and so at this point I said, right, bunker up, protect the bunker, and you'll be fine. You see, so those 3 people, I'm not gonna take my 2 guys out and risk losing my 2 guys, because they're gonna, stuff their way forwards and backwards. Have it, free gift from me to you. Try and come any further, you lose. Unfortunately, this then means that now Thomas is ultra vulnerable. He's got extra protection for his pylon, but the Marines pretty much can out micro the zealots anytime they want. They can also out micro themselves. So we don't have zealots going after zealots. Now I'll show you zealots being killed by Marines. While we're still at this level, alright, my bunker's fine. My second bunker would be fine if I filled it. Meeson helping Claire out there. No one, unfortunately, helping Thomas out at this stage. So therefore Thomas left. I can get a mine out, that's fine. But pretty soon they're going to reach a critical mass. I scan my... See, they're on the ball there. Claire pretty much got the pink under control. They're all now deciding we need to, if we take one guy out the game, unfortunately he's already left the game, so all they're doing is giving us time. I can now go to the whole map view. So green, yeah, you're welcome to give it a go, but you're really not going to get far at all. I'm very late here on repairing. If I can get all of my workers around there, half my workers around there, then even that number of Marines are dead. So now I got one side exposed with the zealots coming in. The Zerglings can't do anything to help. It's a question of, can I keep things alive until support comes? Because you see, everything's now on me. Claire's able to get a second base up and running. These workers, unfortunately now my barracks working against me, meaning I can't get the repair around. And it's my turn to suffer quite horribly. It's now a question of, can you get this barracks to survive? Nice lot of banelings, if any of them can actually get a contact. And that was one massive contact. Okay, active force is looking like this. Pink's lost all theirs, lost their ability to even build anything. Purple, being Thomas, has of course left the game, which leaves us with Claire on 700, Meeson on 375, everyone pretty much gasless, and Green finding a nice choke, so pull out, find a better place to fight. Yellow's probably feeling pretty good right now, but he's away from supporting his teammates, so the Marines will just suffer to the Zerglings all the way until the Zealots come. Then the Zerglings pull away again. Get the Marines, don't contact the Zealots. If you can get some baneling hits on the Zealots, alright, take those shields away. Suddenly they're very vulnerable. So now Meeson and Claire have the bigger army. Claire's expanded again. Meanwhile, you remember that chap with the orbital command that lifted off? I had to stop here, drop a mule because it was on fire, then repair it. I had started to build a supply depot, but they left me one up there, so I was able to build a barracks straight away. Quicker I get the barracks, quicker I can get the factory, and you see I have 400 gas, so I can get myself a factory, a starport, and a dropship. Orange now moving back as well. Orange no army, yellow low army. Green has got a bit of an army. But how long is that going to last against the number of lings that are coming in? Green now has no army. Pink's getting a bit of an army. Trying to snipe the sentry who survives with 4 health. They're pretty much now deciding that let's take one of them out. Now, regular viewers will know that my answer to any kind of problem is you expand. And this appears to be pretty much Claire's mindset here as well. If you can just sustain the pressure that's against you and then basically out-expand them, then you can win. Now if we go to units, I'm back up to 11, Claire's on 48, Meeson's on 14, and they're all around 20. Apart from, Yellow, who's on 2. So Yellow is just in the game. Expansion going down by Green. Meeson still sticking with Lings and Banelings for the moment. But of course, the Hellions are not a bad counter. Just looking for signs of taking up. Now again, we're pretty much not taking up. I guess this is anti-circling run by structures. They're starting to build a bit of an army together. In fact, their army now twice the size of ours. But it's going to be the diversity of our army that's going to make the difference. These two probably going out to build an expansion somewhere. It's not going to work. Had they got there, they would have probably seen my whole endeavours, which wouldn't have been good. Unfortunately, only contacts with 1, but it kind of alerts them to the fact that there's more on the board than they thought. Revision Depot. This would be Claire's 5th. And note that they have 5 bases in total between them. I mean, having said that, Meeson's only on his second and I'm still on only one. A lot of force fields, one suspects somewhat wasted, and those lings probably could have sniped a sentry or two. But now them looking to put the pressure back on, I mean that is a fair few. And then just the rudeness of your Zerg trying to put down pylons everywhere, going, we think this is going to beat you. And that's just the kind of thing that makes you want to win a game. But Meeson's main looking quite vulnerable right now. There is a cloud approaching. You need to be good with your force fields now. You need to actually stop your Hellions so they can shoot. Ah, and what's going on at the other end is the chap in red has done a drop, put a mine in the mineral line, so this expansion not working, workers going down. So he had been investing in his workers, that not paying off. Hellions down, that whole Protoss army going down, and the Marines in a tight spot. You can focus down the hatchery if you try, but no. Poor control by John Barron. So he's wanting to reclaim his base, the drop having been cleaned up, but another drop on its way. And now again the Zergling counter. But at some point they've got to realise that gas has been collected, and yep, second drop there now. His own defensive mines, another offensive mine. Rather annoying Banshees, but my new base having been established, I can just take the workers over there. They're going to have another go at Meeson, and with 107 health on his hatch, it won't take much to knock it over. But he also has an expansion. But of course, pretty soon he won't have a spawning pool. We're re-establishing bases. But now we have Mutalisks as well. And of course, a Viking. So unfortunately the Terran well and truly countered. Meeson with his last set of lings goes to exactly the right place to deny Pink's expansion. Green this time has managed to clear up the mines, but effectively he's still on one base because the first is mined out. Yellow has managed to build enough workers back up again for him to expand, but one suspects that Buddy's not going to leave him alone for long. Just on a worker hunt, and why not? Big ball of units without any medevacs. He's got his own mines out front that appear to have cleared up a fair few lings, but of course my mine in a slightly better position, and this drop now looking to deny yellow. But I was aware that medevac was low on health, and I'd rather let him live. Gone with the one turret defense here. And trying to pick off the individuals. I'm pretty much just showing these to him, just showing him, you know, do what you want. I'm just going to keep building up and expanding. Green has seen, of course, that I'm taking extra bases. Oh, green now has a dropship. Now has +1. Yeah, but fortunately my teammate's coming to help me out. And they don't live for long, and I get the double factory down. Now, it's not going to be long till I have tanks. And them trying their Diamond League stutter, but really. Neeson expanding away. I don't know. He's still got a spawning pool, but how long it lives for, who can tell. But of course, Claire now has Ultralisks, Wizard Mutalisks, and the Zerglings. I'm ready to take another base. My quite small army, basically just a distraction army. It's not by any means the might of the 4,000, 7,000's worth of Claire's, and their combined army less than 1,000. This, in every way, is game over. Yes, they all have a second base now, but they're first to mind out. And we're on as many bases as we want. So it's just a matter of mopping up. Let's just go to the resources lost tab. Thomas Sikos only lost 600 odd. Yeah. I'm in and getting on. Well, it was an exciting game. It was interesting. Obviously, you see the amount of blue compared to everything else. That pretty much describes the game. It was green that lost the most, but blue that did the most killing. Alright, well, thanks.